infinite supreme peace to all the divine souls. Different bodies in different dimensions, yeah, Bramhand. In each Bramhand solar system of this multiverse, there are as many as 8.4 million, 84 lakhs diverse species. These diverse species have different types of bodies. Now, the question arises, which is the best possible body out of all these varied types of species, and in which solar system can it be found? This question may not be answered by science as of today, yet with the help of the Behad Gyan, one can understand that Jeev, animal instinct, Atma, soul, and Jivatma, a living being full of desires, are intricately connected to time and space. As time changes, the body also changes. We have already discussed in the previous chapters the effect of space on a soul who travels in different dimensions of creation. As the soul moves to the higher dimensions, its astral body also changes accordingly. Even on the earth plane, the human soul goes through different phases along with time, for e.g., childhood, youth, old age, and finally death of the physical body. Thereafter, once again, the soul takes rebirth to work out its karmas. These are all just the rules related to this physical body in this Brahmand, which is a common thing. However, once the soul starts its journey into higher dimensions above this Brahmand, it's not only hard but impossible to describe the reality of that place in accurate terms. It's because right now the average human soul living on the earth plane is not able to know or understand all this as they don't have the right spiritual knowledge and soul power. Sometimes in the future, when gross science evolves into spiritual science, then human beings will be convinced sufficient proof about the reality of the higher planes of existence. As of today, science has barely been able to understand a mere fraction of these facts. Only the spirituality evolved soul does. Even though there is an infinite number of solar systems, galaxies, universes, and multiverses in existence as a part of God's infinite creation, it is almost impossible for humankind to have all knowledge of all these realities with its limited perceptions. From a spiritual viewpoint, the knowledge that mankind possesses owing to science is only a drop in the vast ocean of infinite knowledge of boundless creation. There is no end to the infinite creation of Almighty authority, the ideas of parallel universes, higher spiritual planes of existence, different bodies in different dimensions, infinite creation, supreme elements, etc., are beyond the intellect of human beings. And the reason is very simple. It's due to the effect of Maya, matrix, on the human soul, which clouds the mind, body, and intellect, which in turn creates habitual patterns of thinking and behavior, which is oriented towards the material world only. One must know that the supreme light and supreme elements exist in higher dimensions, which is beyond the illusory effect of elements, Maya or matrix. So, in order to know about these divine truths, a soul needs to conquer over Maya and be free from attachments of this illusionary world. In the teachings of Supreme Infinite Knowledge, Behad Gyan, Bapuji has said that when the soul power changes in a soul, the body, whether subtle or physical, also changes, and the speed of travel of the soul also changes. Therefore, we need to understand what is the speed of light and what is the supreme speed, Param light, Param Gati of a soul. Param Gati or supreme speed of a soul is the internal power of a soul or speed of soul, which the soul gets from Paramatma, Supreme Soul, through meditation, yoga. When a soul has finished off all its karmic bonds and in the last moment death of body remains in remembrance of its creator, then the soul attains Paramgati or supreme speed, so that the soul can go to its original abode. This is what Paramgati or supreme speed of soul is. This is attained by the soul to go to the infinite supreme abode of the infinite world on the basis of its final thoughts. However, it's very important to note here that in order to attain such divine power or supreme speed, we need to have a dedicated and disciplined practice of meditation throughout our life. As the soul ascends upwards, it passes through various dimensions of creation, for e.g., solar systems, galaxy, universes, etc. During the journey, the body of the soul changes in accordance with the dimensions of creation it passes through. In the video Journey of Soul, Bapuji has explained in depth this concept of different dimensions and different bodies. The body of the soul changes as it ascends to higher dimensions or descends to lower dimensions. The effect of Maya decreases considerably when a soul ascends into higher spiritual planes and there is an increase in divine light in the subtle body of the soul. This is known as ascension of soul, urdhvagati. Whereas when the soul descends to lower dimensions, lokas, there will be less divine light in the body and the body is denser and heavier. This is known as downfall of the soul, adhogati. Different dimensions of creation have different level of power of divine light, which we call kala or degree of celestial power. This is power of the atmosphere of that creation in that dimension. When the soul reaches different dimensions, then the body of the soul also changes according to the degree of celestial power of that dimension. The soul possesses different types of the light body depending upon the power of the dimension it has reached. Also, the knowledge of that dimension where the soul has arrived is coded in that new light body. If these truths of different dimensions and different bodies are understood well by humankind, then the soul's journey into the higher worlds will be easier. We will talk about it in next video. What is a soul? What does it look like? Where does a soul reside? Thank you. Param Shanti. It means ultimate supreme peace. Infinite supreme knowledge by our great grandfather Bapujidashrathbhaipatel.